Van Punt, I got 1:15 East Coast time, and I'm not tired yet. More to come from Los Angeles. We will head back for more post-game reaction. Plus, it's finally leg day. Tim Legler in the building. He'll show you the difference maker for the Lakers. Part of a great day of Game 6 is both on the ice and on the hardwood. Everything you need to know about Day 2 of the NFL Draft. But let's get to the highlights from Crypto.com. Game 6, Grizzlies need a victory to go back home for a Game 7, and royalty in the building. Jack is back pre-game. Kyrie there as well. John Morant and the 2 seed. Everybody knew what they needed to do. It just was not going to happen. Anthony Davis was a shot block and fool all night long. He gets that one, which leads to offense on the other end. LeBron James. Then down low, Anthony Davis on the alley-oop. The team who's led after the first quarter has won every game in this series. Second quarter, Lakers up comfortably. Looks like it's a breakaway layup. Nope, another block. And then this leads to a break the other way. Rui Hachimura from LeBron, and the lead is 16. Xavier Tillman challenged by Davis. Here come the Lakers on the break. LeBron, foot on the gas. That's 3 the hard way. Strong take there. And the Lakers are rolling. A few minutes later, the Lakers are up 20. And again, it's Davis with a big block. Grizzlies 2 of 15 on shots contested by the length of Davis in the first half. It's a 15-point lead. Alley-oop. D'Lo finds Davis on the lob, doing everything. Then it's LeBron. Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, look, we know the man's been at it for a while, but he's still got that gear. This game has gotten away from the Grizzlies. Another big block. Santi Aldama there. And Davis is like, nope, not tonight. Another miss. Woo-woo-woo, let's run. Austin Reeves, ball fake, Euro step, timeout, Grizzlies. I need a nice burgundy corduroy, Steve.
Cranberry cord.
Cranberry cords. There's Reeves and LeBron. It's all fun and games. The route is on. D'Angelo Russell, D'Lo, give me all 3 of these. And Los Angeles is having a party. Another alley-oop up top. Schroeder to Davis. 30 seconds left in the third. And at this point, that's a wrap. That's all the work that LeBron needed to do. Bronny just watching Dad do his thing. They didn't play in the fourth. And LeBron wasn't interested in any good luck, have a nice offseason, chit-chat. He was gone. Davis and Morant sharing a word when it's over. And 3 little things on a big Laker win. LeBron James did what he does best, closing out a series. 31st time in his career that he's been on a team with a 2-game lead. His team's now 31-0 in that scenario. The 40th series win overall. That's tied for the most all time. Lakers utterly dominated the paint on the defensive end after the Grizzlies led the entire NBA in paint scoring this season. Lakers held them to 32% shooting inside the paint and blocked 15 shots. As for the Grizzlies, an early exit for the 2 seed in the West. 2 nights after a similar fate befell the 1-seeded Bucks in the East. Since seeding began in 84, it's the first time ever that multiple top 2 seeds failed to win their first round series. You see the Lakers since the All-Star break. Been a number of incarnations of this team. You're allowed to change. We've learned through the years. If you want to bury LeBron James' squad, you do so at your own peril, because they can change. And you see their ranks in the West. Defense, a big part of the turnaround. Darvin Ham and the Lakers move on to face someone.
Thanks, baby.
Darvin, you shortened the rotation a little bit tonight. I had a bit of a different game plan. How did you see that work with the starting lineup, essentially, and what did you think was the biggest factor to building a lead so quickly?
I just think our attention to detail in terms of transition defense. I can't remember who it was asked me before the game is one thing that we need to really lock in on was our transition defense. We met as a staff yesterday, and that was the biggest thing that stood out. And then also, just even before that, just coming with the energy, the effort, the urgency. Every possession, we played on our toes, not on our heels. We were great in transition, great on the ball and pick and roll. We wanted to make an adjustment to keep Desmond Bane out of it, continue to push Morant to his right hand, and blitzing Bane. They have some high IQ basketball players over there, so guys have to be aware. They have to be early in their spots early, ready to rotate, ready to cover for one another, and we were able to do that. Our defense fueled everything else. It was a huge defensive night for us, especially in the first half. And coming out having a really good third quarter also helped. Found something, kind of milked it, our angle pick and roll. D'Lo was phenomenal. Brian, A basically dominated the game defensively with his block shots, rebounds, and then our pace. We played with great pace offensively. So it was a great team win, and we're thankful, going from starting 0-5, 2-10, everything we went through, all the ups and downs. I just knew it. We just stayed at it. My staff, I can't thank them enough. Just the energy they brought every day. And getting to this point, obviously, Rob, the different moves we made at the deadline, really trying to fortify our team and balance it out. I think it was huge. And the guys, they enjoy playing with one another. They really support one another. The energy in the building, the energy in the locker room is phenomenal. It was just great. But, salute to the Memphis Grizzlies. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be around for years to come. They've gone through some challenging moments during the season, and I just told Taylor I love him. He's a hell of a coach, hell of a staff. And he's managed. He's been the leader that they need, and they'll heal up and get healthier this summer and probably make some moves, but they'll be at the top of the food chain for years to come.
Just big picture.
You hear the respect that Darvin Ham has for Taylor Jenkins. Here now his thoughts as the season comes to an end with a thud.
Congrats to the Lakers. They played a heck of a series. They did a lot of great things offensively and defensively, and we're going to learn from this and get better. They absolutely are going to make us better from this. Obviously, a very disappointing ending. We had plenty of chances, didn't make enough plays, but credit the Lakers. They did a phenomenal job, and, shout out to Darvin Ham and that staff. The coaching staff, they've done an unbelievable job throughout the season. They had a great game plan defensively, great game plan offensively, the chess matches from game to game and stuff. He's done a phenomenal job. So, congrats to the Lakers. But for us, missed opportunities is the biggest thing to me. I mean, we didn't play our best basketball at all, in my opinion, in these 6 games. Obviously we got 2 wins in it. In the series, but we were far from where we needed to play. Discipline, execution defensively, the urgency, and then just production on offense. 15 block shots tonight. Our willingness to move the ball. And then when we're open and not making shots, it makes it really tough on you. So, just got to find ways to get better. This is, as I told the group afterwards, this is a feeling that we got to remember. It's got to motivate us. It's got to be understood that this is part of our evolution as a team. Nothing's ever given to you. You've got to earn everything. So how is this going to motivate us into the off season? I've got tons of belief in this group that as disappointing as a finish this is to the end of the season, we're going to get better.
Finally, we have Tim Legler in studio to begin talking about the playoffs. He'll be with us throughout the playoff run up to the championship. Now, when you're a 4-time winner of a title, LeBron is, and you're the all-time leading scorer, you're the guy in the promos, okay? Yes. We understand that. Right. But they were dominant tonight in large part because they got dominating performances from other players. What was most significant? Yeah, there are tells with this team. And look, Anthony Davis, let's start with him, right? Because when he's not very good, he takes a lot of heat.
Okay, and he wasn't in 2 games in this series. In the 4 games that he was, it's just a completely different team. And you can see it early in the game. I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference makers for them tonight. And it starts with the guy I just mentioned, Anthony Davis. So, and I think this is like maybe silly to some people to think, but I've noticed this about AD. Like, so right now, you got a 15-point game, and he's setting his ball screen, and there's all kinds of traffic. 2 guys are hitting him. Now, on a night when AD maybe disengages, it would not be shocking to see him set this pick and maybe drift out here and stand at the 3-point line, right? Exactly. Just sort of float, 15. I don't feel like really going through this wrestling match, but instead, he gets down here under the basket, and now you might see Anthony Davis on a night when he's not engaged, sort of just start walking back up the floor while this shot goes up. But here's what I like to see. Watch the force with which he plays. Ball goes up, and he's just going to take his arm, and he's going to just shove, and he's going to knock Aldama out of bounds. And he's got 2 guys on him, but Anthony Davis wanted this basketball. And this is a difference maker for the Lakers. He was by far the most powerful force on the court in this game. Now, I love this one because this involves AD and then the 2 other major difference maker for the Lakers. The first one is here. The screen on AD is set. He's going to dive, and watch all the attention that he commands. As he dives, now that opens up everything because you've got now 3 guys playing the paint. One of the other difference makers, Austin Reeves. This guy's playmaking ability and the trust LeBron has in him to initiate offense off ball screen. He sees this corner shooter the whole way, and that goes now to another difference maker in the corner. Bang, 3-point shooting. A different team when they make threes. So Anthony Davis, the stat line wasn't enormous in terms of scoring. He had 3 of those in this series. This was more about just him being the most physical, dominant presence on the court with shot blocking, rebounding, contesting shots, finishing stuff around the rim. Scott, they're a completely different team when he is engaged early and he looks like he came to do damage. That's what he looked like tonight, and the Lakers coast.
You saw one of Vanderbilt's 3 threes. D'Angelo Russell goes for 31. Once he had the grease hot, man, he was cooking tonight, and they just roll by 40. And I was joking, but not really, about if you choose to bury LeBron James teams, you do so at your own peril. We've seen it in every different team he's been with. They change throughout the year. And the Lakers have changed a lot from when they were lousy to start, when they weren't playing any defense, to what they are right now. Whoever they get next, be it the Kings or the Warriors, who is that team going to be facing in this Lakers group?
This is they're a completely different team now than the one we talked about for 3 months at the start of the year. This is a complete basketball team. They've got balance now. You heard Darvin Ham allude to some of the moves they made at the deadline. It totally transformed their team. They added 3-point shooting with Russell Beasley, who's not really in the rotation now. And then, to me, Hachimura has been a huge presence. He was big beginning of the series. He wasn't as good to finish it out. But they don't get a couple wins early without the way he played. He was picked up at the deadline. And then I think one of the biggest transformations in the league is what has happened with Austin Reeves before our eyes. It's beyond the point of, wow, this is a really cool story. Look at Austin Reeves. This guy is a phenomenal basketball player, and I don't think LeBron James has trusted anybody since the day he got to L.A., as much as he trusts Austin Reeves in terms of, go ahead, man, next 6 possessions are yours. I'm good. And I think it's preserving LeBron so that he can be fresher and more dominant when he has to be. It's incredible to watch the trust factor that he has with him. And now this is a team that, and we were saying it here for the last few weeks, could they be scary? Are they scary? Are they possibly going to make a run? There's no question this is a team now that you look at and say they could potentially get out of the West.